is True and Livin. I'm not your homie, I'm the one and only macaroni. Miss Atkins.
Bopping through the streets with the leak, Timberland cleats. Play the field where we shoot for the stars, ain't hard to reach. Peep the repertoire, skeet off the Thule, dump in the reservoir. Take a swig of Pinot Noir, hop in my foreign car. Bon voyage, I-95, passing the city streets from where we creep and backseat sleep. Watching quantum leap and play for keeps. Rules of the game, no time for referee. Don't step to me, I slap the clipboard. Ain't no coaching me, cost me plenty, but fortunately I came at even, far from thieving. Credit card scams, shames, and all misleading, not misleading. Team was deceiving, or the non-believers. Streets ain't where you make achievements. Invest in what you most believe in. I left some jewels on my nightstand, and you can keep it. 22s under my bed with covers to sleep with. It's no secret, I'm teaching. Niggas only leeching. The streets prey on the weakling, seeking. That's how they eating. I'm front seat at the beacon, reeking. I'm probably chiefing. Got a shorty fine, she half black and Puerto Rican. I'm reaching, not for my gun, but for my gap, bitch. I need a black Benz and a chick like SS Atkins. Let's get it cracking. Life is good, I'm so fortunate. Watch out for orphan kids with cold hearts like an abortionist. The road we often miss with twists and turns like contortionists. The block is scorching, kid. You holding heat, you an arsonist. The streets is all a myth. I got some piff that we all can twist. Blow the mist, my hustle content. Shit, hand over fist. We take the risk, blow on the dice. Put in all your chips. Take my advice. We living right. We can all get rich.
Slow down, son, you killing them. Slow down, son, you killing them.
The guy I met 2 weeks ago at the Justice Fair.
Is he rich, handsome, rich? And remember, 2 out of 3 isn't bad.
He's sensitive, funny, and he has great taste. Look at these cute shoes.
Let's do one more song, man. We up in the building tonight. Welcome to the Check-In Report, man. I am your host, True and Livin. We're about to get into it tonight. We're going to talk about Jim Jones, Mac B. We're going to talk about women lying. I'm going to tell y'all a true story.
I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble. Just started fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, heel spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. Finish the bottle when I hope then she a model. She in the mirror like it's Showtime, the Apollo. Catch up the phone, now I pull up in the Tahoe. Thought it's boring, I ain't calling unless she swallow. She don't listen, I ain't tripping, she don't follow. Got another where he swerving on the potholes. Got another thought, he thinks she hit the lotto. She pop a perky, then she chase it with Moscato. This bitch is bad, she fucking all the drug dealers. I took his bitch and then I took his plug, nigga. Have her back, I'm getting to the bag, nigga. Bust in your house, I'm running through your stash, nigga. On the grand flash, I know that cash, nigga. Part in my back, I'm counting all these stacks, nigga. Gucci duffel Louis on my ass, nigga. Hennessy and TNT, we blast, nigga. Ferragamo on my dress, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble. Just started fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, heel spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. This whole insect, she fucking on the damn crew. Coming out of sock, she lost her damn shoe. Her friend and poppin', she ain't got no damn clue. Rollin' O's and weed and smoking bamboo. Smoking gelato when the Tahoe smell the fucking jar. She wanna ride with me cause we look like some movie stars. This thotty moving faster than a speeding car. Coming through the door with no panties on. Poppin' volleys and you know she took a Zanny bar. Talking about a Mazda is a family car. I hit her with a curve, then the coup de grace. Zillow games, I'm shaking up the dice, baby. She wanna stay with me so we can make the night, baby. She wanna be with me so I can lay the pipe, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. Ferragamo on my dress, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble.
Wobble wobble.
Started fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble.
The cobble wobble.
African swing, heel spin, hit the throttle.
Hit the throttle.
She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby.
Welcome to the Check-In Report. I am your humble yet gracious host, True and Livin. I'm in the building. I'm not your homie, I'm the one and only macaroni. I'm in the building tonight, y'all. What's really good tonight? How y'all feeling? My beautiful self on the screen here tonight. You know, good to be here. We have two topics that we're gonna be talking about tonight. I hope you guys have enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Hope you guys enjoyed your Black Friday. Hopefully you guys got some, some nice gifts that you're doing for Christmas, and some nice things you're doing for your family. That's good to see. We got two topics that we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about Max B on stage dissing Jim Jones. We're going to talk a little bit about that. That's going to be the main topic, and I want you guys to chime in on that topic in terms of Max B dissing. Let me actually get that on the screen. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get that on the screen. Max B dissing Jim Jones. It's hot on Twitter right now. Everybody's talking about it right now. Apparently, Max B got on stage and, pretty much, said how he felt on stage about, well, he didn't really say anything. He more so just did a song that was dissing Jim Jones. And people are talking about it. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're also, my second topic tonight, this is a very important topic that I want to talk about that's near and dear to my heart. Women lie better than men because they believe their lies. That's going to be the second topic tonight. Women lie better than men because they believe their lies. They believe their lies. Women believe their BS. They believe their nonsense. They believe the nonsense. You got to remember, you got to think. We're not going to get into it too far. We're going to wait. But you got to remember, for a woman to put on pounds and pounds of makeup, she knows she doesn't look like that. For a woman to put on heels, she knows she's not that tall. For a woman to wear all type of, shape wear and buttocks wear to make their body look more shapely, she knows she's not curvy like that. So they live the lie. They believe the lie. They become the lie. That's why women lie better than men. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Women lying better than men, right? They believe their lies. They believe their lies. But let's get into the first topic. Max B and Jim Jones. Now, if you don't know the storied history of Jim Jones and Max B, let's go through a little track record. Back in the day, back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, really, Jim Jones discovered Max B. Max B, a very prolific artist, a very influential artist, received a recording deal with Jim Jones, right? Received an opportunity at one point in time. There was a point in time where these two were good friends. Jim Jones was, giving Max B tracks. He was giving him, and it was a very fruitful opportunity for both of them. Jim Jones was catching a new wave. He was catching new sounds and new soundscapes from Max B, and Max B was getting an opportunity, right? But somewhere or another, the opportunity in their friendship and their let's just say their business venture, it went bad. Max B gets locked up. He gets bailed out by Jim Jones. Let's not forget about that, because as much as we kick in the back of Jim Jones and we talk about him, there was a point in time where Jim Jones bailed this man out. He could have said, you know what? I'm not bailing out that bum ass nigga. He could have said that. How many times have we seen Diddy deal with an artist and he just leave them for dead? How many times have we seen one time I heard the story about I heard the story about Jay-Z, how Jay-Z sat on the stand at the Beanie Siegel trial, and the judge was like, hey, if we were to release him in your custody, would you be able to be responsible for him? And Jay-Z said, nah, I can't be responsible for this dusty nigga. This dusty nigga from Philly. I can't be responsible for. We've seen CEOs, presidents leave people for dead, right? Leave people for dead. We've seen it before. So it's no different in this case. But we have to remember Jim Jones at one point in time bailed out Max B. He bailed out Max B. He didn't have to do it, but he did. And somehow or another, their business relationship, it went sour. It went bad. And, Max B goes on his, legendary run on mixtapes where he's dissing Jim Jones. Popular tracks where he talks about, Chrissy touched it in Miami. And ever since then, Max B and Jim Jones have been at war. They've been at war. And recently, Max B, he just got out. He's in salute to Max B. He got out. He's living his life. But he's on stage, and we're going to talk a little bit about Funkmaster Flex. We got to get into Funkmaster Flex. Funkmaster Flex, you're partly responsible for what's happening right now in the backlash or whatever is happening. Funkmaster Flex, you're partly to blame for what's happening here. But Max B, he got on stage and he performed We Sip Grand Cru, which was a pop champagne freestyle. The popular song by Jim Jones, We Pop Champagne, we pop champagne. It was a song that came out back in the day with Ron Browse and Jim Jones. Max B did a freestyle back in the day on it. But in the song, he disses Jim Jones and his wife. So let's play the clip of Max B on stage. Come on, Max. Come on, Max. Come on, Max. Come on, Max. He says in the clip, Jim Jones is mad that Chrissy touched it in Miami. That's what he says in the clip. Jimmy mad that Chrissy touched. Now, if you don't know who Chrissy is Jim Jones' wife. We've seen Jim Jones lose his. He loves Chrissy, right? And listen, it's nothing wrong with that. I don't think Jim is a simp. A lot of people want to run with that. I don't think Jim is a simp. I don't think Jim is corny for being in love. I think that, Jim loving his wife, loving the woman of his, who he chose to have kids with, who he wants to be with for the rest of his life. I think that's a beautiful thing. Now I'm gonna go in a little bit on Max. Max, you just got home. Why did you perform this song? Trust me, we're gonna get into Funkmaster Flex because I think he's partly to blame. I think 50% blame it should be divvied out here. 50% should go to Max. 50% should go to Funk Flex. Max, you should have stopped the record. Max, you should have said, you know what? That was old back in the day. I don't feel like that about Jimmy anymore. We've moved on from that. We're no longer at odds. Max, you should have nipped it in the butt right then and there. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is the first bad move, in my opinion, that Max has made. Max, you're on parole. You're on parole. You're doing good. You're not entertaining Whack 100 and his nonsense and all the stuff that they're saying about you. You're doing good. Why allow Funkmaster Flex to put you in this position where now it's opening up a door for you and Jim Jones to beef? We're not trying to revisit the 2008, 2009 beef between you and Jim Jones. But you're opening up the door, and it's making everybody uncomfortable now because now people have to pick sides now. Before it was, okay, he's back home, and it is what it is. And if you rock with him, you rock with him. If you don't, you don't. Whatever. Now it's on some, you rocking with that dude. He on stage dissing me and my wife. Because you got to remember, people are cool with Jim Jones, but they're probably cool with Chrissy as well. That's his main squeeze. That's his joint. And if they cool with Jim, I would suggest that they were cool with Chrissy. I'm sure that they've been over to the home, they've been over to the house where the kids is at, and they probably kissed Chrissy on the cheek, and they gave Chrissy a hug, and it's respect to Jim Jones and his wife, and it's love there. So you're picking people that were on the fence or not necessarily on your side or on his side. You're making people pick and choose now. Why would he perform this? Why would he perform this? Why would he allow, and let's get into Funkmaster Flex. If you don't know who played this record, it was Funkmaster Flex. Funkmaster Flex, we're gonna get into what Max B had to say because he did put out a statement, or they released a statement with him. Funkmaster Flex is the one who played the record. Funkmaster Flex, why did you play this record? Why did you play this record? I can't name, listen, I know that Max B never had, the Hot 100 hits. I know that he doesn't have all of these big songs. He was a mixtape star, to be honest with you. He was a mixtape star. I love his music, but he was a mixtape star, right? And I know that Max B didn't have all these big hit records that were Hot 100 records. But you play the Grand Crew Freestyle. This is what you have? You don't have a Sexy Love in your Serato. You don't have a Picture Me Rolling in your Serato. You ain't got a Bury Me in Gucci in your Serato. A Baby Girl. G's Up. Cake and Eat It Too. All of which were songs you could have played Funkmaster Flex, but you chose to play this?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Funkmaster Flex, you chose to play this song instead of, I'm giving 50% blame. I'm giving 50% blame to Max, and I'm giving 50% blame to Funkmaster Flex. Because Funkmaster Flex, you should have known, and keep in mind, let me see if I can find that clip. There's a clip where Funkmaster Flex and Jim Jones was like arguing. Funkmaster Flex, don't be surprised if Jim Jones is on your head top now. Funkmaster Flex, don't be surprised if Jomo is on your head top. Hold on, let me see if I can find that clip. Jim Jones, Funk Flex, argue. Funk Flex argue. I remember that. It was at like some type of show. I think the show was in Long Island. Let me see if I can find that. And Jomo was angry. Oh, here we go. I found it. Here we go. Hold on. Funkmaster Flex. Jomo might have to be on your top now. Let me see if I can because they're playing music. All right, here we go. Jomo might have to be on your top now, Funkmaster Flex, because you chose to play this record. You could have done some research, Funkmaster Flex, and said, you know what, we're not gonna play the Pop Champagne Max B freestyle. We're not gonna play that. We're gonna find something else to play. We're gonna have something else to play. You chose to play that. You chose to disrespect Jim Jones. Capo might have to be on your head top now. Don't forget, this was like, I think early this year. So there was a little tension there. I don't know what was said. I don't know what was, I don't know what the argument was about. I don't know if Jim Jones felt like he needed to put hands on on Funkmaster Flex. But from what I'm seeing, that Jimmy wasn't happy. Jimmy wasn't happy with Funkmaster Flex. Now I don't know if this is probably their last hurrah together. Maybe this is what made Funkmaster Flex play that record. Maybe he was like, you know what, I'm gonna play this record just to diss Jim. I don't think Funkmaster Flex is above that. I don't think that I don't think that he wouldn't have looked to do that. Funkmaster Flex can be petty. But Funkmaster Flex, Jim Jones may have to be on your head top. He may have to be on both. He may have to be on Max's head top, and he might have to be on your head top. But I do agree. I think that Max B. I think that you shouldn't have done this, and I'm a fan of Max B. I salute Max B. I don't think that you should have done this. I think that this was in bad taste. You've been making good moves lately. You're not entertaining Whack 100. You're not entertaining all of the buzz about people saying that you snitched here, you snitched there. You're doing good, Max. Why put yourself in that position? Why put yourself in another Jim Jones, Max B kerfluffle? Why? It just doesn't make sense. And let's play what Max had to say, because he did get a call. He did receive a call. Let's play that clip. Let's play this. Give me 1 second. Let's play this. It's what Max B and his team put out.
Yo, what's goody, bro?
What's good, Black?
What's the fuck is going on, B?
Fuck is the vibe.
Nah, shit, I ain't on nothing, chilling. With the motherfucking, what the fuck, some shit last night in Jersey and some other shit. What's going on, man?
What's going on with Max, man? Like, that situation was nasty. If I've been trying to reach out, nephew called me earlier. I've been trying to reach you. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, matter of fact, he hold on, he right here. He right here. Biggie.
What's up, beloved?
What's up, beloved?
What's going on, man? Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I'm just trying to get situated. How the brother, man?
What's going on, Max? We don't need this.
Nah, I ain't, look, that ain't me. Listen, that shit wasn't me. When we went up in there, when I went in the club, bro, I had 2 whole other records that wasn't even in that chapter when I was on with that regime. The nigga Flex said he don't got no records. He only got Pen and Tail. I said, all right, we only was doing like one maybe 2 songs.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The nigga did 2 hooks of Pen and Tail, and then play the Grand Crew joint. So now I'm just saying what's up to the nigga, embracing the nigga. I'm like, I ain't know what was going on. I ain't even know the words to the shit. I was just improvising because I was performing for my craft. They paid to see the Don, and I was giving them a show. It's the equivalent of this. You got a motherfucking 2 wrestlers, and some shit go wrong in the ring. Do this, and the cameras is rolling. Do they stop or do they keep wrestling? You gotta. So that's all that was.
Nah, though, Max, that one right there, that shit was supposed to be record scratch. Like,
I'm saying, I'm not the DJ. I'm not trying to diss, bro. And I'm gonna just keep a spade to spade. If I want to diss a nigga, I go in there and do something crispy. I'm not gonna spit that old shit. I ain't even know the words to that old shit, my nigga.
Right.
My shit like that. I could go in the stew right now. Any 100 of them I got access to and lay some shit down for any nigga on the planet. But that ain't where I'm at.
So that was Flex. That was Flex.
Listen, that was all Flex.
That was all Flex. That was all Flex. That was all Flex. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Was it all Flex? Let me know. Do y'all think it was all Flex? I'm hearing it right now that it was all Flex. I think it's all Flex. Flex, why would you play that record? Why would you put that on, Flex? Why? Because we just named a few Max B, and let's be honest. Max B has records that Flex could have played. Let's just be real. The record that Flex decided to play wasn't even, that's not even like a top 10 Max B joint. That's not a top Max B joint. Like I said, Sexy Love, Picture Me Rolling, Cake You Need It Too, Baby I Wonder, Bury Me a G. Bury Me in Gucci. There's plenty of songs that Funkmaster Flex could have played. He decided to play a beef record. He decided to play the record where Max B is dissing. Now, I will shoot Max a little bit of bell. He did say, well, I mean, like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, it's almost like 2 wrestlers in a ring. What you want me to do? Like, you want like, you know, the wrestler to stop wrestling and just, you know, pull the curtains back? Like, what do you want us to do? Salute to hold on. Salute to Zizel. Salute to Zizel. He says, I don't rock with Flex, but you got to stand on your work. Yeah, I agree. Look, listen, I said this. This is how I feel. I feel like they're both responsible because I'm going to put it on Flex and I'm going to say, Flex, you should have never played that record. You should have never put Max into that predicament. You should have never put Max into that situation where he had to perform a record or he had to stand on that record or even put him in that position. And I'm gonna put it on Max because Max, you're the MC. You have the power to say, stop that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that record. We're not doing that record. We're not, because Max could have stopped it right there. Max could have got on the microphone and said, yo, Flex, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We're not beefing with homie. We ain't doing that. We not reliving 2009. He could have nipped it in the butt right there and stopped Flex. He chose to keep rocking. Fire! 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 It's indicative of you. It's indicative of you as the MC to stop what's going on. As the MC, you're the one that's supposed to say, stop that. You are controlling the mic, you know? As an MC, you control the crowd. You control the gravity. You control the power in the room. You are the loudest person in the room. You are rocking the crowd. You have the most power. So he could have stopped everything. Like the guy said, the needle should have stopped on the record right there. Jay chose to keep rocking. So I'm going to put it on Flex and Max. I'm not going to just say it was, because listen, at the end of the day, you know, we're all older. Anybody who was from this point, anybody who remembers this beef, like this beef is very you know, well done. It's a well done beef. This beef has been cooked to a char. These guys have been beefing since 2009, 2008, 2007. It's 2025. I don't want to see Max B get into a fight with Jim Jones or either vice versa. I don't want to see, you know, Max B is on parole. Max B is on parole. You already know the feds is looking at Jim Jones. The feds, if anybody don't know, the feds is looking at Jim Jones 1,000%. They let him slide on the whole Treyway thing. If he got into a major rap beef or he got into some type of skirmish or something like that, they looking at this nigga. They looking at him. So really, this beef is really bad for both of them. Neither one of these guys need to be in a beef right now. Neither one of these guys need to be, you know, dealing with this. You know, if you guys don't want to reconcile, and that's fine. Everybody's on some, yo, Max B and Jim Jones. They gotta put it back together. They gotta do this. They gotta do that. They gotta piece it up. They don't have to piece it up. If they can just find a place where they can coexist without it being beef, without it being an issue, without it being a problem, without people picking sides, I think that's the trick. And then maybe if they can get to that point, then maybe there can be a point of reconciliation. But if they're not at a point where they can coexist, then I don't see them ever reconciling. No, I'm not saying that. What's the caller said? Zazelle says, let him slide. No, listen, I'm saying this. At the end of the day, I think all parties need to be held accountable. Max B, you should have never got on stage and said what you said. I don't think you should have done that. I think that was in poor taste. I think that's the last thing we need right now. Me as a Max B fan, I'm not trying to go back to the Jim Jones beef. I'm not trying to go back. It's funny, but I'm not trying to go back into it. And Funkmaster Flex, you know, he needs to be held accountable because you decided to play that record. Max B is not even on that record. That's an old freestyle from back in the day. I don't know why he even has that in the Serato. Why does he even got that? I seen a video. Let me actually finish this video of Max B talking.
Don't shoot the motherfucking messenger, cause I don't play the record. The nigga told me he only had one record. The nigga played Pin and Tail, and then when I'm on the stage in my zone, performing for my crowd, what I got paid to do, this nigga plays the Grand Coup freestyle.
That's nasty. That's nasty. But I just want you to. I'm glad that you can let the world know this. And I just want to say this because I was trying to find Black, because you know all the blame was going on Black. Like, yo, Black, how you let that
I love niggas.
Oh, I said, Giselle says, oh, they did let him slide. You don't think the feds let him slide? Giselle, you don't think the feds let Jim Jones slide? Come on. You're on a federal wiretap talking about super violating someone who's in federal custody. You don't think the feds let him slide? You don't think if the feds wanted to put him in that indictment, they got enough dirt on Jim Jones to put him in that indictment. He's on wiretap. He's on record saying that he's a non-trade member. He said he didn't just say it in music. He said it in music. He said it in interviews. He said it everywhere. Everybody knows he's a non-trade member. It's no secret that he's a non-trade member. You don't think the feds could have put him in that indictment? You think the feds could have had enough to say, you know what, we're gonna throw Jim Jones in there as well? They got him on tape with Melly. They got him on tape. He knows Shotty. He knows everybody within the gang. He's on tape telling the godfather of the gang, which is Mel Murder, what to do. If you're on tape telling the godfather what to do, that should tell you how much power he has in that gang. Nah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that there wasn't. We know who snitched in that case. We know CEO Chris was pretty much the main snitch. A lot of people like to say it was 6ix9ine. CEO Chris was the main snitch in that case. CEO Chris was the one who really, dropped the dime on everybody, and he's the one who made 6ix9ine cooperate initially. But what I'm saying is Jim Jones had a lot of power in that gang. If the feds wanted to throw him in that indictment, they absolutely could have done that. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, they absolutely could have thrown him in that indictment if they wanted to. You got to remember, Jim Jones he's on records, he's on interviews, he's online. He's telling everybody he's a gang member. He's telling everybody he's non-trade. So, you're telling everybody you're non-trade. You're on phone calls with non-trade members where you're telling non-trade members what to do. You're telling people that, tell 6ix9ine he was never in the gang. We kicked him out the whip. He got to get super violated. The feds absolutely let him slide. Now, I'm not getting into why they let him slide. That's another video. That's another stream. I don't know why they let him slide. I don't know why they didn't choose to put him in that indictment. We'll never know, possibly. And I'm not saying that Jim Jones cooperated. I'm not saying that Jim Jones gave any information or he got a sealed file. I don't know. All I'm saying is he managed to get away from that. Right? And the feds let him slide. And if he were to get into some major beef, I don't think that would be good for either him or Max B, in my opinion.
It's true. You heard?
We don't need that, man. Yo, listen, we know everything that happened. That's 18 years ago. Y'all niggas was kids, damn near. We need y'all together, bro. If y'all can't, put that difference to the side, but at least just keep it peaceful.
Let me tell you something. We all family, man. We all got wives. That shit was a different time. I'm not out here disrespecting nobody, lady. It was a different time. If somebody felt offended from the last night performance, to anybody who I've offended, my bad, I apologize. Sincerely apologize from the bottom of my heart. But it wasn't a diss for nobody. I was just improvising, just to keep y'all up to speed. All right? You already know the internet been going fucking crazy since I've been out trying to make some shit and what it ain't is. So that's just the enemy trying to tap in to the 5D cosmic layer and put some shit negative out there that niggas not even into.
Now, I will admit that ever since Max been home, it's been a lot of people throwing mud at him. I will admit that. Ever since he got home, think about it. How many dramas has he been into at this point in time? How many times have they tried to throw Max into some nonsense? First one, Max, as soon as Max get home, whack 100, academics. Oh, they're talking about he got paperwork. He's snitching. Soon as the first day, the man, he wasn't even out for 24 hours. You got whack 100 and DJ Academics. That's another video where we need to talk about them too. Because Academics know what he be doing. He know what he be doing. But yeah, that was the first thing. Soon as they got out of jail. Soon as he got out of jail, some nonsense with him and snitching. What happens after that? Then it's Ja Rule. Max B and his crew jump Ja Rule at backstage at the Monica concert. That was the next thing. Now it's this. It's always some nonsense. So I will agree with Max. It's always them trying to throw some mud since he got out of jail. Salute to KIS. They say, yeah, he gotta tell the DJ what songs to play and not play. I agree with that. But what Max is saying in this clip, he's saying that when he got to the club, he's saying that Flex said he only had 2 records. He said, I only got Pin to Tell on a Donkey, and I only got the Grand Crew Freestyle. I don't have Baby I Wonder. I don't have Picture Me Rolling. I don't have Cake and Eat It Too. I don't have Sexy Love. He's saying he don't got none of these records. Now, my issue is with both of them. I think both of them need to take responsibility.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Hold on. Yo, salute to Ziza. He says, man, you got the LL bucket on. I'm bad. Forget Oreos, eat Cool J cookies. I'm bad. Yeah, man, I got the LL bucket on. I like this bucket. I got the LL bucket. But in terms of this story, I'm gonna hold Max and LL accountable. Now, you gotta give Max some credit. He did apologize. He said, "Yo, from the bottom of my heart, I apologize. I wasn't trying to offend nobody. I was improvising." But the internet is gonna run with the narratives. The internet is gonna run with the narratives. It's gonna run with the nonsense. But I'm not gonna lie, Max. From here on, you got to do better with the sound checks, bro. Because now, if you diss Jim from here point out, because I don't know how Jim is gonna react to this. We don't know. Jim is always mad. He just got that permanent angry face on his look. He got resting bitch face on his skull every day. Every day, Jim looked like he just drunk a bottle of spoiled milk. So I don't think he's gonna accept the apology. He's probably still gonna be mad. But from this point on, Max, every time, because Max has a lot of songs where he's dissing Jim. He has a lot of songs. From this point on, you're gonna have to do kind of like go through your catalog of songs you can play and songs you can't. Because if you diss him on stage again, or if you run with it again, they're gonna say, well, listen, here you are again dissing him. So, Max, I just want Max to stay away from dissing Jim Jones. I don't want Max to get caught up in the dissing Jim Jones. I don't want him to get caught up with going back and forth with the whack 100s and the internets. I don't want him to get caught into these little beefs. I want this man to make his money. Do your shows, make your money. I do think Max need to stay out of these clubs. Max, you got 2 shows coming up at the Brooklyn Paramount. I know you're trying to make your bread, trying to make your money. People want to see you. People want you to come to the club, to the shows. But at a certain point, I mean, you're on your 100th welcome home party. It's time for you to get in the studio, drop some music, do a couple more interviews, and get back into the rhythm of being an artist. I'm tired of the 100 club appearances. I mean, at a certain point, it has to slow down. And I know he's getting money. I know he's getting money from these club appearances. But I mean, it just come on. But let's finish this up, though.
I'm running my head with my kids, and I'm getting money.
But that's what he said. Let me get into this video as well. This was another video, and someone was talking about how they don't want this to happen, and I agreed with this brother's sentiment. And after this, we're going to get into the next topic. I agree with his sentiment in this video, because I don't want Max B and Jim Jones to rehash this beef. I don't want them to rehash this beef. I think that this beef is cooked. Let's move on. Let New York move on. Nobody wants to pick sides. Let's just move on. Let's see.
There's a lot of shit that I don't speak on, but I gotta speak on this one. Because this is it will personally affect what goes on in Harlem. You understand what I'm saying? These two people are very important in Harlem. And if this shit go left, it's gonna force people to pick a side. It's gonna force people to pick a side. People who love each other to pick a side. I seen a video that I didn't agree with. I seen this. Who greenlighted this?
We should break through out. We should break through out. I got the burning bitches that can't stand me.
Max on stage. Max wilding out, you know, performing this. He should have stopped it. He should have stopped it. He should have said, well, we're not doing that. We're not performing that.
You can say you love Max and say you want to see him prosper and spread his wings and be successful, and you heard this at sound check and said, yeah, Max, that's a good idea to talk about, you know what I mean? No, you can't possibly love him. You just there for some money in a disguise as a friend. You're not a friend. Because it's no way, my man, my guy, and I know what this could possibly lead to. Nah, Max, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro. That's 17 years ago. We on a whole new energy. We on a whole new energy. And if anybody around Jim who feel like they want to feed into that energy, you don't love Jim. You can't possibly love Jim. Because if that shit come to a head, somebody's going to die. And guess what? It's not going to be none of them. It's going to be somebody we love in Harlem that's riding for one of them. That's going to be riding for one of them. We watch Pac and Big do it, separate coasts. We seen other people do it, separate boroughs. But in Harlem, no. This shit too small. We watched it with Pop Lottie and Maine. And people in Harlem know what I'm talking about. People could have intervened in that. But dudes are so much dick riders, they just want to be around. And then stand around and watch when everybody die behind some shit they could have stepped in and said, yo, y'all bugging. Y'all know, mothers know each other, cousins, and went to school together. And somebody could have stopped it. Just like somebody could stop this.
Salute to Vint. I see Vint is in the building. What's up, Vint?
But everybody want to stand around and watch this shit go up in smoke. Bunch of dick riders.
Listen, man, I agree with him. I agree. I agree with him. I agree. I think that we don't want, or I don't want, me personally, I don't want a rehash of this beef. As a Max B fan, I'm not a fan of Jim Jones. I don't like Jim Jones. But as a Max B fan, me personally, I don't want them to beef. I don't want them to beef. I don't want Max B to get, do this whole, Chrissy touched it in Miami and rehash that beef. I don't want that. I don't want that. As a fan, I don't want that. I want Max B to work with the A-Boogies, the Cash Cobains, cultivate his sound, elevate his sound, evolve his sound, give the fans what they want, give the fans what they need, and just make peaceful music and just make, get back to the wave, bro. Niggas don't want to see you back dissing Jim. I don't want to see it. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I agree with him in that sentiment. I just think, everybody's on a new vibration. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna hold Max responsible. Max, you are responsible for what happened here. Because as much as I could put it on Flex, and I think Flex has a few more Max B parties. Hold on, let me see something real quick. I think Funkmaster Flex has a few more functions he's doing for Max. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Funkmaster Flex. Funk Flex. Because I see in Funkmaster, I saw he had a few more parties that he's doing with Max. Yeah, here go one right here. Yeah, this is December 5th. This is December 5th. So Funkmaster Flex, he has another gig. Put this on the screen. He has another gig he's doing with Max. This is for December 5th. Put this on the screen. He has another gig he's doing with Max. I would hope that Funkmaster Flex puts at least a couple more Max B songs on his playlist before this December 5th club appearance shows up. And Funkmaster Flex, you owe Jim Jones an apology. Funkmaster Flex, you owe Jim Jones an apology, Funkmaster Flex. Fire! 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 You owe him an apology. You owe Jim Jones an apology. Because you heard that record, you vetted that record, you decided to play it, you thought it was okay, and you played it. So you got to be held accountable, and Max, you got to be held accountable because you didn't stop it. You decided to keep flowing with the record. So ultimately, both of them are need to be held accountable. But me personally, like I said, I don't want to rehash of this beef. I just think, Jim Jones, they don't have to piece it up. Everybody's saying piece it up, reconcile, make music. They don't have to, reconcile. But as long as they can get to a place where they can coexist, let them two coexist together. If they can get to a point where they can coexist together, I think that'll be great for them to coexist, for them to be able to to flourish together. Without doing music. You have your space, I have my space. You do what you do, I do what I do. I think that's good. That would be good for Harlem. I don't want to see nobody go to jail. I don't want to see nobody go off of parole because of what's going on. All of these guys are older. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. The hip hop police, I'm sure they're watching. Now, let's get into the next topic. And this one's it's not gonna be too long. Women lying. Women lying. Women, it's been said before that women are the best liars, right? Women are the best liars. This is the topic that I wanted to talk about. Right? Women are the best liars. And let me put this on the screen as well. Women are the best liars, right? Let me put this on the screen. Give me 1 second, y'all. And let me change the poll. We're gonna do a new poll. New poll. Let me know how y'all feel about. I'm gonna make a new poll. Just let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about this one. Let me see if I could. Here we go. Are better liars because what? They believe the lie. They are better at deception. I want to know your opinion. Why do you think women are better at lying? Why do you think women are better at lying? We're going to talk a little bit about this right now. I don't want to get into my personal life. I'm not going to talk about it at length. But I do want to know you guys' opinion. Why do you think women are better at lying? It's been said that women are better at lying. Now, I have my theory on why I think women are better at lying. Women are very deceptive. Women are very deceptive. And a lot of times in society, we have a thing called what's it called? I forgot the name of it. It's not different strokes. It's You know, this women get away with things in society better than men. When a man lies, he's really ostracized, right? You know, like when a man lies, he's ostracized. He's called a liar. He's called out on his BS. When women lie, people coddle their lies. They coddle their lies. They allow them to lie. They allow them, and you got to think about all of the things that make up a woman. A lot of the things that women do are lies. They put on all this makeup. It's a lie. You're not that pretty. You put on all types of shapewear. You put on a push-up bra to make your chest look more voluptuous. You put on other shapewear on your lower body to make your body look more shapely. You're not that curvy. You're not that pretty by way of the makeup, right? They do all types of things on their photos where they tune their face and they all types of AI updates on their face. You don't look like that. You know, catfishing men online. They live a life of deception. Fire! 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 They live a life of deception. So yes, women are very deceptive. But another thing about women is they believe their lies. I think that's why women are better at lying. They believe their BS. See, men, the difference between men and women, a lot of men don't believe their BS. You know, they'll say a lie or they'll tell a lie or they'll gas themselves up, maybe in the confidence realm, maybe in the pride realm. But a lot of men are logical. They're logical with themselves. They're logical on how they feel. They're logical on their lives. So they may say some things that they don't necessarily believe. They don't necessarily believe the lie. They don't necessarily believe the things that they're saying, or you don't really take to the things or gravitate to the things that they're saying. So when they're lying, they don't believe the lie. When women lie, they believe the lie. Fire! 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 When a woman tells you that she loves you, when a woman tells you that she cares about you, when a woman says that she's there for you, yo, I love you. I'm faithful only to you. I'm only thinking about you. Meanwhile, she's two-timing you. Meanwhile, she's cheating on you. Meanwhile, she's lying to you. Meanwhile, she's living a double life. I'm saying in that moment, she believes the lie. Women believe their lies. They believe their BS. They believe their nonsense. The things that they tell men, the things that they say, they believe it. And that's why a lot of them, they're very emotional creatures. They're very unsure of themselves. It's another thing about women. They're very unsure of themselves. But when they lie, they take to heart the lie. They hold on to the lie. I've seen women get caught red-handed. Red-handed. You're caught red-handed. I've seen what you did. I know what you did. I know for a fact that you did something wrong. I know for an unequivocal fact that you have been deceptive, that you have lied, that you have cheated, that you have done something wrong to me. And I have seen women look men in the face boldly and will not take accountability for what they did because they believe the lie. Fire! 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 They believe the deception. They believe in the falsehood. They believe in they hang to it. They hold fast to it. Yeah, I know you caught me. I know that there is no feasible, no possible way, no way in the world that there is no possible way in the world No possible way in the world that what you're telling me as a woman is true. I know that there is unequivocally no way that the lies you have been telling me are true. But I know that in your heart, your deceptive, dark heart that has been lying your whole life since you was a young woman, you've lied to your father when he asked you about, if someone touched you respectfully. And I know that a lot of women have been through, that. They've been sexually assaulted at a young age. You lied then. You got a little bit older. You were promiscuous as a young woman. You lied about your virginity. You've been through countless relationships where you were used and abused. You've lied to those men about cheating on them. You've lied to those men. You've lied about having side men on the side. You've lied about sleeping with men for money. You've lied about a lot of things in your life, woman. You have had a life of lies, a life of lies. You've lied to every man every man that ever loved you, every man that ever cared about you, because it was like second nature. It was easier to do. It's harder to take accountability. It's harder to say, you know what? There is something wrong. You know what? I did do something wrong. I apologize. I'm sorry that I'm this way. I'm sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry. And you know what? You're right. I should have never done that. And even if we're not going to be together, I want to take accountability and say that I'm sorry for hurting you. It's harder to take the accountability route. It's always been like these discussions with women in terms of accountability. A lot of men say that women don't have it in them to take the accountability. They don't have it in them to take the accountability. It's harder to take the accountability. It's harder to, as a woman, say, you know what, I was wrong and I'm sorry. It's harder to do that. Vet says, you are under oath. Yeah, women, listen, man, women, a lot of women, and I'm just gonna be real here, and I said it before, right? I said it before, right? A lot of women have been through a lot of trauma, right? You would be shocked to know how many women in life have been sexually assaulted at one point in their lives, who have been taken advantage of, who have been in toxic relationships where they've been abused sexually, physically, and mentally. You would be shocked to know how many times this happened to a lot of women. A lot of women have gone through this, and I'm sympathetic towards it. But the reality is this: a lot of these women, and I'm not saying all women, I'm not saying every single woman in the world, of course, every woman is not the same. There are women that don't lie. Somebody says Nicki Minaj is the best artist ever. I disagree on that. But we're not talking about Nicki Minaj here. We're talking about women who lie. But like I said, a lot of women have been, sexually abused. They've been traumatized by different men in their lives. It's real. It's happened, and a lot of them have lied through their whole lives, where they make fake personas of themselves. They make fake alias. You ever see girls online and they got all these different names? I've dealt with so many different women who have all these fake aliases. Have you dealt with a girl like this who had fake aliases? Her let's say her real name is Brittany. Her real name is Brittany, but every time she makes a Facebook account or she makes an Instagram account, it's Ashley or it's Vivica. It's something different. It's a different name. A lot of these women are, in escapism. They're trying to escape their real lives because they hate themselves. They've been through so much. They've been traumatized by so much. Let me know if you've dealt with women like this. And a lot of women have grown, because I'm speaking of women that, have been through the trauma. They've been through the nonsense. They've been through a lot of scars in their lives, they have adopted a life of just telling lies. They've adopted a life of being deceptive. They've adopted a life of not taking accountability. It's easier to be deceptive. It's easier to believe the lie, to stand by the lie, and never take accountability. It's easier for a lot of women. And a lot of men have been through that. They dealt with these women. I'm just saying that, and I'm just keeping it real, right? Hold on. Vince says, not Brittany. I had a Brittany gaslight me about my multiple accounts. I said everyone makes multiple accounts. Exactly. You know, a lot of people. It's normal for people to have multiple accounts. There's nothing wrong with having multiple accounts. If you're like me, I have multiple accounts. I have an account for my personal. I have an account for my YouTube page. I have an account for my music, and I have an account that's just a burner that I like to go on. There's nothing wrong with having multiple accounts, but when you're creating these different personalities, because a lot of women, they get into that where they create little different personalities for themselves. You see female artists who do this. You see Nicki Minaj, she's Roman Polanski. Beyonce, she's Sasha Fierce. You see these women who develop these different personalities, and they develop these little personalities online to try to escape. So yeah, I don't have a problem with people having multiple accounts. There's nothing wrong with having multiple accounts, because you may have different things that you're promoting online. Maybe you're promoting a business. Maybe you're promoting your music. Maybe you just want a burner account. You don't want to look up things on your regular account. You just want to use a burner instead, because you don't want people on your page and bothering you, on your personal page bothering you. So there's nothing wrong with having multiple accounts. But what I see women do is create these little personalities. These personalities online where it's like escapism. They're trying to escape that life. They're trying to escape their real life, right? Zen Bill says the intention of the multi-account matters. Yes, it does. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. The intention of the multi-account does matter. It does matter. I agree with that. I agree. Vint says chicks be on BS time. We be trying to run LLC. That's a fact. Most like you said, Vint. When men make multiple accounts, it's mostly out of business. It's mostly out of a hobby, right? You may have a burner where you're just trolling people. It's not you trying to do nothing sneaky. It's not you trying to talk to other women. 9 times out of 10, it's mostly you having a hobby, or you having an interest, or you having a business, or you just having a burner and you're just talking, smack, or maybe you're trolling people and it's not really, you're just unjust. Women, they create personalities out of their Instagram. Like, oh, you'll see a girl. Her name is Ashley. Let's say her name is Ashley Nicole. She'll get on Instagram. She'll create a whole alternate personality. She's Ashley Nicole, but on Instagram, she's Taylor Brinks. It's like women, they get online and they create a whole alternate personality because they're trying to escape. I agree. Everyone does have a burner. I don't have a problem with the burner. This is not about the burner. Everybody does have a burner. I don't think there's nothing wrong with people having a burner. I have a burner. Sometimes you want to troll. Sometimes you want to troll people. Sometimes you want to talk a little smack. Sometimes you want to say things are here. But this is mostly just about women who lie. Women who are intentionally deceptive. Right? Oh, absolutely. Women are catfishing as men. I think that women do most of catfishing. I don't think it's mostly men. I think it's mostly women. Or maybe like maybe like, respectfully gay men. I think gay men might be catfishing, but I think it's mostly women who catfish. And I'm not saying that men don't ever catfish. Men catfish, but I think that it's mostly women who catfish. I think it's mostly women who do the catfishing more than men. I would say probably women than I would say gay men. I would think more so it would be them doing it. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, and I may be wrong. But this is just my opinion. I think that it's mostly women that do catfishing more than men, right? In my opinion, right? Yeah, but I just want to talk about women who lie, women who are deceptive. Because I've dealt with it. I've dealt with it. I'm dealing with it now. I'm dealing with it now, and I'm not going to get into my personal life, but I'm dealing with it now. Women who lie and women who are deceptive. But I just want to talk about that just for a little bit. Get that off my chest for a little bit. But with that being said, listen, guys, it's been real. I just want to do a live show, talk to y'all. Salute to Vint. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody. I do want to stay on longer, but I have to use the bathroom, and I don't want you guys to have this long, what's it like, intermission or anything like that. So I'm gonna end the live right here. Maybe we'll come back and we'll do another hour and we'll talk about a whole nother topic. But I'm gonna let this sit here. But yeah, I don't want to leave you guys on a long intermission. So I'm gonna end it here, and maybe we'll come back and we'll do another live for another hour. But I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see if we can find another topic. But with that being said, you guys have a good night. You guys have a good weekend. We out. Toodles. We out.